I've got something really cool to show you today, because behind me is the team truck of Decathlon AG2R La Mondiale. And this is a team that's really stepped up this year, and we've been allowed to go inside the team truck and see what's going on and show you it. So let's go do it. I mean, firstly, starting with the outside, you can see today is a really, really hot day. And so you can see the doors already opened up and the canopies are giving the mechanics, crucially, a place where they can work in the shade. Let's go. The first thing to point out, and I think it's quite an important thing, is that this bus or team truck is an extender. So it's one of those ones which we've shown before from other teams that when it's parked up, it extends out telescopically and becomes this TARDIS inside, creating a huge space to work from. Now, as I said, we've shown those before, but this is new for the team. Before, they just had a normal narrow team truck, but it's one of the differences, and I think it's important, that highlights how the team has a bigger budget now. You know, part of the success of the team is down to having that bigger budget, and one of the ways in which that materializes is having a better team truck like this that does extend, something that, you know, shouldn't be taken for granted. Now, if we start over here by the entrance, we've got like a little workbench area with a vice, an important thing. Don't often see vices inside team trucks, but vices are so useful for repairing things and hitting them with hammers. There's also a load of drawers here, and they're also all labelled in French, this being a French team, but it's pretty easy to work out what's in them. So we've got cordon chargeurs. Guess that's the charge cords for the Di2.
Do you speak French?
Ah, plateau, chain rings. That's full of chain rings. There you go, learn something every day. There's air conditioning in here, but it doesn't have much natural light. It doesn't have any windows in the ceiling like some of the other team trucks, which is quite a nice feature to have. Up here though, we have got a compressor, so they can do air from that and dry off the bikes. So that's like the thing that team trucks have that I really want in my own house, is an air compressor. That's what I want for Christmas. We have got a full suite of wheels in here. There are hundreds of them. I mean, the amount of money stored in here is obscene. But they're all full Swiss side Hadron wheels, full range of depths. So we've got 500s, which are 50 mil deep, all the way down here to the lighter ones, which are 380, so 3.8 centimeters deep, or 38 mil. And then over here, we've got the deeper ones, the 625s, which they use on the flatter stages. Sam Bennett, as a sprinter, likes to use those as well. And there's a few time trial wheels over there, including the Swiss side disc wheel, which looks rather cool. On these, there's Continental tyres, they're a sponsor of the team. But interestingly though, the team aren't running them tubeless, like most other teams. They're actually running them with TPU inner tubes to save weight. So there's a big box of Pirelli TPU inner tubes down there. A really interesting detail actually is the type of bikes that are in the truck. So at the moment it's the Van Rysel RCR standard road bikes the team ride. They look fantastic. There aren't many TT bikes in here, and that's because they're mostly in a separate truck at the service course in Chambéry, and that's going to come down for the time trial at the Tour on stage 7. And so there's a big like logistical thing here to balance as well and work out. And so that truck comes separately later on for when they need it. There is an exception though, and there are a couple of time trial bikes in the truck. There's this one, which belongs to Felix Gall, and there's also Bruno Amorai's time trial bike. And I'm guessing that's because they're more sort of dedicated, they want to do better in the time trial, and so they're focused either on GC or the time trial itself, in the case of Amorai. And so they're wanting to do sort of warm-ups and warm-downs on the time trial in between the stages from now till the stage 7 time trial. Also, Felix Gall's time trial helmet here, which is pretty cool. Saw in a box. Van Rysel on there. Let's have a look at that. This looks really cool. That is nice, isn't it? Very nice. Like it. And the other thing that catches my eye on this XCR TT bike from Von Riesel is this Dada Swiss side cockpit. It's so neat with this mono riser, and then also it's got these extra shift buttons on here, and then this bridge in the middle for the Wahoo computer. There's lots of 3D printing going on here, lots of carbon. It looks proper nice. So most of the bikes aren't in here at the moment, and that's because they are either on the back of the team car or being ridden by the team. So what we've got in here is basically the spare ones. And you can see also there's this thing which has now become common on the team trucks of having these USB sockets. They've also got plug sockets there as well, and so many Di2 cables all ready to go so that they can make sure that the bikes never get flat batteries. Not just on the Di2, but also the power meters. It's quite useful that they share the same charger. A few more little details. There's a bike fitting jig strapped to the wall there in that box. We've seen those before. They're pretty common. You see quite a lot of teams have those now, so they can make sure that every rider's bike has the exact same position, and they can replicate a position from a bike onto another bike. So they're really useful bits of kit. And we also have an air conditioning unit at the back. There's a fuse box in there, and the most important bit of tech in any team truck, the coffee machine. Also, something really cool I've seen on the wall here, and this is a great example of how the team is really focusing on every element of performance possible and how the team has sort of evolved and changed. On the wall here is a very detailed tyre pressure chart for different conditions, for different types of tyres and different things for all the different riders. So all the riders, based on their weight and system weight of their bikes and wheel and tyre they're using, have a specific tyre pressure. It's that important. Proper cool, although it's top secret, I can't show you the numbers. So you just have to believe me. Just wanted to show you some of the outside of the AG2R truck. It's a Renault, of course it is. And there's like a cleaning station set up here. So there's a big water tank in here, and the pressure washers all connected to this so they can clean all the vehicles and the bikes, because they clean everything. In the front, just behind the cabin, is actually a laundry room and a load of cupboards in there where the soigneurs can wash and launder all of launder. It sounds like they're like the mafia. Well, you know what I mean? That is right, it is launder. Where the soigneurs can launder, not money, but all of the kit of the riders after every stage. Get your washing done for you. Nice. And then under there is a storage space where they keep loads of nutrition, cleaning products, and blooming loads of water, which is useful, and cool boxes, which is useful because it is baking hot today. This is a cool little detail for you. There's a big bag of rubber bands here, and the soigneurs are using those to connect gels to bidons like this, so that when they pass a bottle at a feed to a rider or from the team car, they get a bottle of water and the gel they need. So we've got a Beta Fuel strawberry and lime gel here, and then this bidon is just water. And I know that it's just water because of the marking that they've Tipexed onto the top of the lid, and that tells you what's in the bidon. So if a rider wants a carbohydrate mix bidon, then they have a different symbol on the top, but O means it's just water. Kind of what you want on a day like today. Right, I hope you've enjoyed this look inside the Decathlon AG2R La Mondiale team truck. Proper cool and great to see like the team just doing so well this year, and it's really stepping up. Also, I've just been chatting to mechanics. They have some exciting things going on for the mountain stages of the tour, where they've got some lightweight modifications they're making to their bikes to make them, they reckon, sort of 6.7, 6.8 kilos, which is rather cool. So stay tuned for that. And if you want to see more stuff from the Tour de France, more pro bikes, more team trucks like this, make sure you subscribe, because we've got more coming and loads on the channel. Right, I'm going to go now. Love you. Bye.